So, standing on your mat, and we're just going to do a couple of minutes of breathing while everybody gathers and goes and collects their weight. So for those who've just joined, we can need a can of beans or a small bottle of water or like a 1 kilo weight, because we're going to do some arm work today that needs a little bit of resistance. So for those who have already prepared, and I want you to stand with feet just wider than shoulder width, and begin to take some nice deep breaths with your eyes closed and just check in on your body this morning. Relaxing into your body as you breathe out. Feeling the weight of the ground underneath your feet. Just asking yourself, where is my weight on my feet this morning? Is it even left to right? Is it even front to back? Are all my toes contributing to the ground equally? Can I make small adjustments in my pelvis and change where my weight is? So that I'm 50-50 weight front to back, 50-50 weight side to side, and just equal out your weight on your feet. Then bring your arms into your chest, placing your palms together, and beginning by reaching up towards the ceiling. Palms together. Now when people are reaching, I do not want to see anybody bending in the back. So as you bring your arms above your head, please try to avoid arching in the lower back, because we want this movement to come from the arms and from the shoulders. And it helps just to keep some tension in your abdominal muscles and your core at the front. This prevents your lower back from arching and forces the movement into your shoulders. Much more difficult when the movement is just in your shoulders. Bring them out to the side, facing the palms down towards the floor and then slightly behind you so your thumbs are facing downwards, lowering them down towards the floor. Bringing them together, palms together, core locked in, reaching up for the sky, all the way up, push at the top, and down again. Now we're going to begin to speed this up a little bit, starting to warm up the shoulders, and keep a little bit of pressure in the palms this time. So pressing inwards with the palms, keeping that stomach tight, all the way up. Start to get those shoulders working a little bit harder. And down, pressing into the palms again, reaching above the head, all the way up, and down again. Good, okay, now bring it up, and this time, as you get to the top, rotate your body to the left and bring your arms down to that left hand side. And coming up, rotating your body to the right and coming down to that right hand side. Bringing some rotation into your spine as you descend with these movements. So up, rotate, and down. Get that spine moving, get those hips moving. Feel that rotation throughout your whole body. Okay, 2 more of these, 1 more each side. And just really reaching. As your arms form a T shape, really just get that maximum outward reach for these last couple of movements. fantastic. Now, standing to the side, standing tall, align your feet so that you've got weight in the centre of your feet once again. Tucking your chin in, going into a roll down. Imagining you're peeling yourself off a wall. Really just trying to open up all the vertebrae in your spine. Bending in the knees. All the way down. Breathing all the way. No tension in your arms or your shoulders. And coming back up. Restacking, pushing the floor away, engaging the buttock, lifting the chest as the spine stacks vertebrae by vertebrae on top to form a good standing posture. Breathing deep and relaxing your muscles. Once again into the roll down, really focus on stretching, just really open up all of those joints, especially in the upper back and in the neck. Keep relaxing the shoulders. Ugh. It's nice doing this. Keep relaxing the shoulders, keep letting those arms be floppy and your head relaxed as well. Your head will want to look up to see where you're going, just don't let it. You should end with the crown of your head pointing towards the ground and looking in between your knees. Breathe at the bottom. Relax yourself. And slowly roll back up, pushing the ground away, engaging the glutes. To tilt the pelvis and stack the lower back on top of the pelvis, lift in the chest and come back to normal standing. This next movement we're going to be controlling that lifting in the chest. This is a vital movement if you want to have good posture and you want to avoid a head that falls forwards. Because if you want to correct this kind of posture, which is very common if you've been sitting at a desk for a long period of time, you need to correct the underlying supporting structures, because just tucking the head back while the back is still rounded in here is only going to keep that head in front of the gravity line, and so it's going to just want to fall forwards again. So what we need to do is we need to work the mid-back here, and the movement, the best way to picture it is to imagine you have a pencil sticking out from your breastbone and you have a piece of paper in front of you, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to draw a line with that pencil that's sticking out your breastbone upwards on that piece of paper without your shoulders getting involved, but you're just trying to draw that line upwards. So I'm just going to do this a little bit closer to the camera so you can all see. So pencil sticking out from the breastbone, arms, shoulders relaxed, lifting the chest. And you can see how when I lift the chest here, my shoulders come back, my head rests on top of my spine again, and it's a movement we're just going to try and coordinate for about 20 repetitions at the moment, okay? So each time you're doing it, you're thinking about trying to isolate that movement to the spine. So let's start now. Lifting the chest. Hold that. Feel the engagement in between your shoulder blades with your shoulders relaxed. And relax down. The opposite movement, which we're going to go into, is curling the chest. So when you're curling the chest, you feel like someone's trying to poke you with a sharp object and you need to avoid it. They're trying to poke you in the sternum. You just need to get out of the way, but the rest of your body is stuck. All you can do is move the midsection. Coming back to the centre. Drawing that line upwards on that bit of paper again. Lifting the chest. Opening your heart to the world, relaxing to the centre. Hollowing that chest, avoiding that sharp object. Rounding in the thoracic spine. Coming back, lifting the chest. And if you're hearing little clicks and pops, that's really good. It means you're getting your spine moving in a way that it hasn't moved in a while. Pushing away, rounding, coming back to the center. Lifting, drawing that line upwards. Rounding again. And try to keep your eyes looking at the horizon when you do this. I realised I was looking down towards the floor, and it actually makes it much easier if I'm looking upwards. Keep going with this. I've lost count, so we're just going to do it for another 10 repetitions. So, hollowing. Coming back. Lifting. And it helps if you want to use your breathing. So as you hollow, you breathe out. Coming back to the center. Breathe in to lift. Drawing that line upwards. Hollow to breathe out. Breathe in to lift. Hollow to breathe out. Avoid that sharp object. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to hollow. 2 more. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out and hollow. Now our last one, breathe in, lifting. Breathing out, hollowing. Good. Coming back to normal standing. Shoulder blades now. Let's get your shoulders circling. So bring them really as large a circle as you can make, right up towards your ears, right back and down. And we're going to do 15 circles with your shoulders. So starting now, all the way up, all the way back, all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and switch direction. 1, 2, 3, try and be relaxed in the rest of your body. 4, 5, 6, and make these last 2 really slow. Snail's pace. Slow and smooth. You're looking for good quality movement with these last 2. It requires a lot of brain work to smooth out movement, make it nice and coordinated rather than jerky. That was 1. All the way around, slower than you're going. It's much more difficult to go slowly than it is quickly sometimes, particularly in the shoulders. All the way around and down, relaxing. Flicks now, working into the forearms. So, whether you're flicked, as usual, you need to be getting some resistance. It should sound like you're getting some real pressure against your thumb with your fingers. Arms out straight, down by your sides. We're going to begin to raise them up, out to the sides, keep flicking. And this will get tiring quite quickly. For those who've been to my sessions for a while, you will know now. Keep flicking. Raising your arms out to the side, palms up towards the ceiling. Flick, flick, flick. Starting to burn now, and it will. Keep flicking. Reaching up. Shrugging your shoulders up towards your ears as you reach. Really lifting. Open your whole body. Up and flick. Keep flicking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down to the front. Keep flicking, then stop. All the way down to the front. Arms should be reached fully in front of you now. And down to the bottom and rest. Shake out your wrists. Shake them out. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your back. Get everything loose again. Okay. Because now we're going to integrate the movements in the shoulders, in the hands, and in the mid-back. So it's almost like a butterfly stroke. So start with palms facing upwards, with your arms out in front of you. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms down, and as you bring your arms down, and back, you're going to lift the chest, drawing that line upwards so that your shoulder blades are closing behind you and your arms are palms facing forwards just behind your body. So, starting that again, just so you're familiar with that first part of the movement, palms facing up in front of you. Bringing your arms down, and as you go down, you're lifting that chest towards the ceiling so that you feel the shoulder blades close at the back, helping that chest to lift, looking up towards the ceiling. Then bringing your arms up, out to the sides and over your head as if you're trying to make a butterfly stroke in the water. As you come to this point here, where your arms are just above shoulder width, you start to round and hollow that chest. Remembering that hollowing movement where you're being poked, but you're avoiding it. And turn your palms back towards the ceiling to bring them down. Lifting the chest, closing those shoulder blades at the back, palms facing forwards, bring those arms behind you. Lift up, out to the sides, as if you're coming out of the water, beginning another stroke. As your arms get just above shoulder height, begin to hollow the chest, hollowing out, stretching between the shoulder blades, reaching forwards. Grab as much water as you can before you turn your palms upwards again. And as your shoulder blades go down and close to the back, your chest lifts and coordinates the shoulder blades and the spine. Okay, a little bit faster this time. Round, up, hollow the chest. Scoop that water, reach in front of you. Turn the palms up, lift in the chest. Round, over, scoop, scooping it, really hollowing that chest, and back down. Palms to the ceiling, closing those shoulder blades, lifting. 5 more of these. Reaching forwards, hollowing that chest. 1. Turning hands over. Shoulder blades together, arms behind you, chest up. Reach forwards, that's 2. Keep reaching, get those shoulders stretching out. Palms up, arms out. And once again, reaching over. Scoop that water. Bring your palms up, shoulder blades together. Draw that line upwards with your sternum. 1 more. Really reaching. All the way up, really lifting in the chest. And relaxing. Shaking out your shoulders, shaking out your arms. Okay, so standing to the side, we're going to do a roll down, and we're going to end the roll down in a all fours position. And this is where you're going to need your weights. So if you haven't grabbed a tin or a bottle of water or something that's got a little bit of weight to it, approximately 1 to 2 kilos is perfect. Go and grab that right now. So a tin of beans, a bottle of water, something that you can provide a little bit of resistance with. So we're just going to do a roll down for those who've already got their weights. Opening up the spine and bending the knees, placing the hands on the floor, bringing the knees down and going into an all fours position. So let me just check the time. For those who are in all fours, begin to do a couple of cat and cow movements, just to really get that spine working. And when you're hollowing out the chest away from the floor, make sure to push the ground away from you with your arms. This brings the shoulder blades over your rib cage, really helps to stretch those shoulder blades. As you go back down, close those shoulder blades at the back. Feel the relationship between your shoulder blades and your mid-back, and how they really, really help to facilitate the movement in the spine in both flexion and extension. Okay, so grabbing your bottle or your tin. This is going to be a final finisher for the arms. and this is not going to be an easy one. So, if it's painful at any point, just stop. Do not push beyond pain. If you get tired, then do a little bit less. If you can push through a little bit, because it's feeling like you want to get a little bit more resistance into your muscles, like they're getting fatigued, but they're not painful, then push through. Okay, so starting with your elbow locked into your side, with the weight in your arms, with your biceps curled, so the weight is held up towards your chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to pass that weight out in front of you, reaching your arms forwards with your palm facing towards the ceiling, far as you can reach. Bringing that round, turning that weight over, so your palm faces down towards the floor, all the way around, so then your palm faces once again to the ceiling, but this time your thumb is towards your body. And then you're going to bring that back and start the movement again. So, that movement is now palm up, elbow bent to your side, pushing out as if you're kind of serving soup to somebody in front of you. Bring your arm out to the side, turning your hand over, all the way over, to work the rotation in your shoulder until your palm is facing up and your thumb is pointing towards your body at the back. Bring that back round to the original position. And again, pushing forwards. Bring your arm round, turning that over, rotating that whole shoulder to bring your thumb facing towards you, bending your arm again, resetting to the original position. We're going to do 5 more of these. Go. Push forward, serve that soup, rotate round, pass the ball to someone behind you, bring it back to reset, push forwards, rotate round, keep that arm out to the side as you do so, bending back, this is not easy, and pushing forwards, rotate round, push back, bend that elbow, 3 more, push forward, serve that soup, hand the ball back to someone behind you, palm up, bend the elbow, and push forwards again. Rotate round, bend and push. 2 more, rotate round, bend. Last one, pushing forwards. Really reach with this last one, all the way around, back and finish. Woo. Give your arms a little bit of a shake. And we're going to start with the other side. So, taking your weight in this position, starting with your elbow locked into your side, arm bent. Push that weight out in front of you. We're going to do 7 this side. Rotating round and back. Bending the elbow. Starting again. Pushing out in front of you. Serve the soup. Rotate round, pass that ball all the way behind you. You should have a full rotation in your shoulder as you get to that point. Come back to the centre, turn that bottle over and push. Rotate all the way around. That's 2. And push. Serve the soup. 3. Oh, it's harder on this side. 4. 5. And if you want to drop the weight and just do it without. 6. Come on, 1 more. 7. We've got 1 more in us, come on. 8. And back and finish. Oh, put the bottle down and rest back into child's pose. Reaching your arms out in front of you, sinking your buttock back towards your heels and breathing deeply. Feeling the stretch in your arms. relaxing in the center. Just let your body rest. Good. And begin to come back into a kneeling position. Looking up and looking down, just to open up your neck. Bring yourself into all fours. Gently just moving your spine in any way that feels good. Look for a pleasant feeling in movement at the end here. Working in circles is really nice. Circles the other way. Okay, tucking your toes underneath. Stretching out the feet a little bit, pushing back into this all fours position. And coming into standing. So with the last minute left, I'd just like you to check in on how your body's feeling. Standing, breathing deep, and relaxing your body into standing. If there's any tension been built in your shoulders, just let it go. And finishing with just some really gentle neck movements, circling the neck. And the other way, breathing all the time. And gently rolling the shoulders, being kind to yourself, finding ease in these movements. And then bending your elbows and your wrists. And then your fingers. Feeling how awake they are now. Maybe they feel warm, maybe they feel a little bit tired, hopefully a little bit more alive. And that is where we're going to finish today's session. Thank you very much for joining, everybody. Hopefully your arms